You want to test my mental state, correct? I asked, staring him straight in the eye. Well then, hear what I am saying, because I'm pretty sure that this will key you into it. I am not like these obedient, timid creatures that the New Order has been breeding as slaves and workmen. I was raised on literature. I was raised on stories from the old country. Wherever you send me in the world, whatever the New Order's government and the Authoritarian try to do to me, I will find a way to escape. I will find a way to escape Territory 1 and free people if I stay here. I will find a way to escape whatever landmass you send me to overseas and free people there. I've been raised on the belief that my voice is powerful, and if I wish it to be, it will be heard. And no matter what you do, if you torture me, or kill my family, or send me far away, nothing will hold me back. I pushed back in my chair and stood, feeling as if looking down upon this man would make me a greater threat to him. The physician sat there, flabbergasted for a minute, just gawking at me. Whatever came next, I would escape it. I would always escape. When he finally recovered from his shock, he murmured, "Well, I'll be." "You'll be what, exactly?" I asked harshly. The physician ran his hands through his gravity-defying hair, fluffing it up quite a bit before staying to be at my level. "It's just, I've never found anyone who thought like me. I mean, exactly like me. Or sounds like me, at least. You see, although I am Greg's chief physician and have known him since we were lads, I've always been out against what he stands for. I help run the underground movement in Territory 10, but Greg doesn't suspect me of it. We've been too close, you see. Best of friends. Yes, we've kept things from each other about personal matters, but as far as he's concerned, I'm the epitome of a New Order citizen. I respect him as much as a best friend can, and I follow the laws to a T. It's just being best friends with him whilst living in Territory 10 earns me some privileges, like not being monitored in the streets, not having my home bugged, and not having my terminal screen checked. Greg has grown lax with me, and in his disregard to what I do, he's allowed me to build up a large group of people within Territory 6 through 10 who disagree with the government. But never have I heard an adult, let alone a kid in Territory 1, speak the way we speak. When I speak to most people here, it's like they're automatons, just spitting back the useless crap that we shove into the heads of the poor. You, William Coghright, are very special indeed. My head was reeling from what the physician had just told me. Leader of the underground movement? And he thinks the way I thought, how we're better than being mindless slaves? And there were others like us? Now it was my turn to run my fingers through my hair as I slowly looked up at him. There was one question floating around my head that I felt needed to be asked, so I sort of just blurted it out. "Who's this Greg fellow you keep talking about?" The physician looked me straight in the eye, his dark brown ones burning a hole into my blue ones. "Why, he's the Authoritarian, of course." You're friends with the Authoritarian?" "Yes, I am, but for the underground I'm just a normal gentleman." His chocolate brown eyes still felt as if they were boring into my head, and I squirmed in my seat. His face fell a little, as if he was remembering better days. "So, since I think like you, and since it seems you like me, could you tell me where these kids, that might include me, are going and how many there will be?" The physician took in a sharp breath and exhaled slowly before saying softly, "They're being sent to imperialist Russia as slaves and servants, and there will be approximately 900 children." 900? "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry," he murmured. "I tried to talk to him, but he needs ties to imperialist Russia so they won't attack us like they did to the British Empire. And I can't meddle in the affairs of the government. It will draw too much suspicion, and then what would happen? The underground would fail. I can't do that. So you're going to let 900 innocent kids get sold?" "I'm afraid so, but I can save one kid. I've always wanted an apprentice, someone who would be like a son. Come with me, back to Territory 10. Come become a part of the underground, William Coghright." "Leave Territory 1? Leave everything I know and escape death and poverty and dirt?" Escape Territory 1. Of course I would go, but I couldn't let this man know that I was so thrilled to leave. "Sure," I said nonchalantly. "Why not?" The physician leapt up from his seat. "Wonderful, William, absolutely wonderful." He pulled out a little cylindrical metal device with a light on the end. It made a soft whirring noise for a minute as he waved it about in front of me, apparently scanning me. He then raised it to his ear and listened for a moment. "Wonderful, Willie. May I call you that?" The answer was no, but he just went right on without giving me time to interject. "Now then, Willie, I have registered your vital stats. Your Territory 10 ID card should be here within a week. You may stay at the government headquarters I'm staying at and study while I conduct more physicals. And then we shall return to Territory 10, and I'll introduce you as this splendid kid who I felt had some potential being a physician to Greg. And I'll present you as my predecessor in case anything happens to me to the underground. And the children? We cannot possibly save them, but we can save others, generations of others. We can save the future." He smiled at me and reached out to shake my hand. I took it, and he gave a nice firm shake. William Coghright, this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Now run back along to class. It's my unfortunate duty to decide the fates of 900 children's lives.